Welcome to episode number 6 of Operation Sub 35, and today's episode is going to be slightly different, where I'm going to be covering a wide range of kind of life outside training. So there will be training in there, there will be obviously like clips of what I've been doing and stuff, but going to be trying to show a wee bit more of a different light around things like socialising, looking after the kids, like making the most of your time, and just how to juggle everything. Is socialising still possible? All that sort of stuff. So a bit of a different episode. As I said, we'll still see some clips of training and stuff, but I'm just trying to give an overall kind of balance of kind of life as well. Like life still goes on, although fitness is pretty much a huge part of my life. There is still all the other aspects of life and how do we juggle it all, and is doing all these things still possible? So that's the aim of this episode, so hope you enjoy. It's a part day for me and Evie. Evie was sick on Monday at nursery, so she can't go in for 2 days, so she's absolutely fine, as you can see. That was 2 days ago, but that means that the plans went a bit out the window, and that's what happens when you have kids, when you've got a lot going on. So this week has been a wee bit up in the air. Training wise, missed my session yesterday. It was meant to be 8 times 1k at race pace with 60 seconds in between. Hello. But had to miss it just due to I got sick as well, and tried to do a double this morning, but body still hadn't recovered. Got 4 reps in and that was me done. But that's it, we draw a line under it, we go again. We've got a 5k tempo pace this week which we're going to be doing, and if I do that, it's a 5k PB, so let's aim for that, and the week is back on track. But for now, it's me and Evie at the park. I'm going to get Rosie soon. Woo! We have just done the biggest workout in the block, 10 times 1k splits at race pace, and I did it outside rather than the treadmill just to get a more accurate feel. I'm not going to lie, recently over the last couple of weeks I thought this sub 35 is out of my reach, but average split, it was about 75 seconds rest, and average split time was 3:27, and that was obviously up, downhills, flat, all just an actual accurate representation what it's going to be like on the day. Dripping a sweat now, but that has been a huge confidence booster. I'm absolutely buzzing with that average pace. 3:27 is back on. Girls, what do we say? Say woohoo! Woohoo! Yes. So we'll keep you posted. The confidence has risen. So, after yesterday's session, the 10 times 1k splits, absolutely buzzing with that, and yeah, feeling really good at the moment. 5k run club this morning, and this week's episode's been centred around sort of stuff outside training, socialising, like family life, routine, everything else, because I'm not living an athlete's lifestyle, and I'm still trying to push for top times. It's not elite times with regards to running, but it's top end times in terms of kind of amateur run and stuff like that. So it's just about saying, like, well, can you actually still do everything else like most people do, like go out, like see friends, eat out, drink, all that sort of stuff. So today I'm actually on my way just now to the train station. I'm going to the Thistle game. So those that don't know, I am a big Partick Thistle fan. I don't get to the games as much anymore, just with the kids and business and everything like that. But I still try and get there maybe once a month, something like that. But today we're playing Ayr, and Ayr away is always a game in the calendar, a good day out. And normally this would be kind of a good drinking session, but alcohol wise, I've spoken a lot about this in recent sort of podcasts and things like that. It's just something that's not really sitting well at the moment with me in terms of, I've said this as well, if you want to really be pushing elite times, you can't really incorporate much alcohol. If you just want to get fitter, if you want to just improve your body shape and stuff, you can still incorporate alcohol. I've done it, and you can still make progress. It does obviously slow progress down a bit, but you can absolutely do it. when it comes to elite times in racing, it takes out too much. So today I'm going to have a couple of pints, a few pints before the game, but the aim is to not be drunk. So I can't see myself being drunk for at least when I've got any events coming up. So yeah, that's my kind of thoughts on kind of socialising, but I'll keep you posted through the day. Just about at the train station, a few beers today, and yeah, hopefully an enjoyable day out. So day out went to plan. I actually started off with some non-alcoholic beer just so I could pace myself and not get drunk, as was the plan. But despite that, had a few pints of Guinness that went down really nicely, and Thistle actually drew 1-1, so it wasn't a bad day at all. How's it going? So the day after, the day out yesterday, and just getting prepared to go to a group run that we've got with the guys inside the Progress Project. We are doing an 18k and a 10k, so some of the guys are doing full 18, and some are meeting us halfway through, and we're doing a 10k. So the people that are training for the half marathon will be doing the 18k, and those doing the 10k will be joining us. We're going down to Glasgow Green, going to run along the Clyde, so looking forward to that. Just wanted to kind of touch on yesterday's day out, and I didn't really go into it in detail in terms of like my thought process in terms of can you still be drinking and can you still be going out. So evidently yesterday went out, I had about 4 pints of Guinness between 12:30 and 2:30 and in the day, and that was me. And by the time I got home, it was like 7 o'clock. After the football, I was pretty much sober by then, and fell asleep like 9:30 till about 5:30, which normally would be a great sleep, 8 hours. But just to demonstrate the impact of only about 4 pints early on in the day, my body battery charged from 5 to 19. That's all it went to. Normally I'm waking up after an 8 hour sleep with my body battery at like 90%. So it just shows you the impact that even not a huge amount of alcohol has. And that will be like the only alcohol I have now. Definitely before the Great Scottish Run, but probably, to be honest, until about Christmas time. Over this year, I think, where are we? Kind of mid-September, you're probably talking about 35, 36 weeks into the year. I've probably had alcohol in about, or I've probably been no alcohol in about 25, 26 of those weeks. Just to give an example in terms of like, so prior to yesterday, I hadn't drank a single bit of alcohol in 10 weeks. So that's just the kind of level in terms of like how often can you drink and so on. But this is different because I'm doing a kind of conscious effort to really, really push and unlock my potential in terms of like what level can I really push to. I'm trying to chase like really like podiums and that sort of thing, which means that I really cannot, it just doesn't fit in. As I said previously though, like I got in pretty good shape, stayed in decent shape, had a decent level of fitness, like back when I was like 19, 20, 21, where I pretty much drank every weekend. So you can still make progress, but it's definitely not optimal and you're not going to be hitting your potential. So I've got quite a lot of events following the Great Scottish Run, as I said, with high rocks and things like that. It's just not going to fit in. As I said, even a few pints there has an impact. Today, I don't, as you can probably see, I don't feel bad. I'm getting ready for an 18k run. It's not going to impact me too much, but I can already feel just that little less energy. I know that later on today, come 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, I'm going to feel more tired, probably a bit more irritable, just because I never got a proper sleep. And that was only with like 4 or 5 pints before, and actually 4 pints before the game at 2 p.m. yesterday. So it just shows you the impact. So overall, what's my kind of thoughts on it? You can still make progress with incorporating alcohol. Like, you can do it. But if you want to go and challenge like really, really top times, there's just not a space for it. And the reason for that is the guys that are getting these elite times and podiums aren't drinking. So they've got the edge. But like, I understand, and I enjoy a pint of beer. I enjoy it. A pint of Guinness, absolutely love it. So I do have it from time to time. But I've not got the best. Yesterday I was really happy with it because I've not got the best relationship with alcohol in terms of controlling it. And that's my issue. Like when I do drink, because I spend like 10 weeks of no drink, then I drink and I feel like I can't handle it and I end up getting too drunk and then it has an impact. But mindset's completely flipped on it. Really, really happy yesterday. 3-4 pints, wasn't drunk, enjoyed my day, up this morning, feeling all right, but there is still an impact, even with that little. So yeah. Overall, that'll be me. So in this kind of prep, I'll have drank like 4 pints in the full kind of 12-week prep before the Great Scottish Run. So that just gives you an example of it. And I'm not telling people who's watching this, like, do not drink, you cannot drink alcohol. I'm just giving the kind of examples in terms of it doesn't fit in. if I was to drink every weekend, I would get nowhere near this sub 35. I'm just being honest. And it's just important to pick and choose, I feel. Like, have a look and say, right, what's the calendar, what's on? Do I need to be drinking it every single weekend here? Or no, actually, there's a wedding. I quite fancy having beers at that. I'll pick that one. The week after that, nothing much planned, I won't drink. And that's just the way to approach it. And if you do that, you will start to really see some great progress. But anyway, I'm off to the group run just now. Looking forward to it. I'll definitely be feeling fresher after that. And yeah, we'll speak to you as we continue on this episode. So the 18k and the 10k run went excellently. Everybody absolutely smashed it, and then it was off for some coffee afterwards. So a great start to the day. But as soon as that was done, it was off to the park with the kids. So as I say there, another reason why you can't really be incorporating too much alcohol is when you're juggling a lot of plates, there's no time to be sitting there resting and lying in your bed all day. You're up, and by this time I've done an 18k and spent 2 hours at the park, so if I'd imagine that with a proper hangover just doesn't fit in. But yeah, great to have some good quality family time on a Sunday afternoon. A really perfect Sunday, to be honest, with a big run, some coffee, cake and time with the family. Just getting ready now to head up to functional fitness for a High Rocks double sim with Chris. So mixing up the training a wee bit this week just to see if we can fit this in, mainly out of curiosity. We've been speaking about it for a while, like what do you think we could do if we hit doubles, and yeah, I'll probably swap that for my High Rock strength for conditioning, second High Rock strength for conditioning session this week. So not looking forward to that, but just wanted to kind of quickly chat on routine and juggling things and stuff. This is Tuesday. This is the day for me to get as much done as possible. A good training session and lots of work. This on a Tuesday, mum and dad, they take the kids. They get Rosie for school. So I've pretty much got from like 9 till 5 to really hit it hard. And that's one of the biggest things and biggest piece of advice I can give when it comes to juggling a lot, is like when you have that time, you need to nail it. You need to get things done. Like Monday, for instance, I take the kids to nursery and school in the morning, and then I'm back to pick them up at 3. So I've got a much shorter window. And sometimes having that shorter window and like the time that you know you need to focus can actually help with productivity and getting things done. There's no time for procrastination. I'll be going, getting this session done, coming back, having some food, and then I'll be head down, like not moving until the work that I've got laid out gets done. Obviously some things can get thrown up in the air, like last a couple of weeks ago, as I mentioned, or last week was it, that Evie was sick at nursery, had to go and get her. Like things like that do come up, but when you've got that opportunity, it's just head down and you need to get it done. So Tuesday's big day for me in terms of juggling everything and fitting things in. But looking forward to going and hitting this session and seeing how we get on. Big High Rock sim just completed the big Chrissy boy. Very, very happy with the time. So good session in there. A bit functional. Yes, mate. So that brings us to the end of episode 6, and hopefully that's given you a wee bit more insight into kind of juggling things in terms of looking after the kids, like socialising, just making the most of the time you do have, and just kind of showing you that it is still possible overall, like to socialise and things like that. But if you're being serious and you really want to make progress, you do need to limit it. And yeah, it is still possible, but it's not optimal, shall we say. But yeah, hopefully this has given a bit of an insight into the next episode. Probably cover more into specifics with regards to morning, nighttime routines. And then it's pretty much going to be race week. So overall, just to touch on where I'm at, how I feel about this sub 35 with, as I speak right now, 2.5 weeks to go. I'm still a bit of a buzz from that 10 times 1k split workout. That went really well, and anytime I've done a 10k effort in the past and I've managed to complete that workout, I've hit my target. So that's given me a huge boost. Another couple of hard sessions to come, but I am feeling more confident that I'm going to get close to it at least. So yeah, head down, full focus, and stay tuned for the upcoming episodes, where we'll get more of a prediction and more of an idea the closer we get. So not many more episodes left of this, until we see what happens and if the goal is achieved. But we'll speak to you on episode number 7.